mainstream media is trying to tie Trump to a lot of Republican candidates, and that happens in every election. It's not necessarily unfair to do that. But as you're running your campaign for re-election, are you running pro-Trump, kind of anti-Trump, or Trump neutral when you're out there in front of those news cameras?
Well, we do the same thing with any president. If a president says something bad, then we're going to be out there and saying, we don't agree with this. If they say something good, then we're going to say this is great. But you've got to look at the Trump administration right now, and there's a lot of great wins that have come out of here. The economy is doing very well. The unemployment is at record lows. The things that are happening on the foreign relations front. So we are more than happy to say all of the wins and the great things that are coming out of there. But we've also been critical of the administration, just like we were critical of the Obama administration many times. So we kind of look at it as I'm the local congressman. We do work in our district, and we are working to better our district, the 25th district, and that's how we've always been. That's how we're going to continue to be.
Congressman Steve Knight running for re-election. The primary, of course, is coming up on June 5th. It's our midterm madness live broadcast from Columbo's Italian restaurant right here in Eagle Rock. I read a report, maybe it was the LA Times or some other publication, maybe it was the Washington Post a couple of weeks ago. The gist of the article, Congressman, was that Republicans like yourself who are sitting in the House are aware that President Trump has filed to run for re-election in 2020, but that many of you are withholding an endorsement for 2020, taking more or less a look-and-see attitude at what the next 2 years might bring from the Trump administration before you wholeheartedly endorse his re-election. Can I put you in that camp of people described as such?
Well, Brian, you can put me in the camp of I've never endorsed for president. I think that's a good spot for me. I think that people will go out and get their information about who they want to elect for president. I think that you've got to look at what the Trump administration has done and look at the accomplishments that have come out of there. And yes, I'm one of the first ones to agree that there's been some things that have come out of the White House that I absolutely don't agree with, and I absolutely have a big problem with. But our economy is running very, very quickly right now. We are looking at a lot of the economic factors, and they're moving in a very positive direction, and small business is at a high confidence level. Those are great issues.
Those are great issues, and there have been a lot of accomplishments that have come out of this Trump administration. I agree with you, Steve Knight. In our last couple of seconds here, though, I want to talk about you specifically and ask you about your specific accomplishments and why the people of Simi Valley, Santa Clarita, and of course Lancaster, Palmdale should vote for you again. What have you been doing? What can we talk about as your best achievements here in our last 30 seconds?
Boy, you'd need probably 30 hours, but
I figured.
Condense it down here real quickly. We have established a new veteran program in our district that is nowhere else in the country. It is in the 25th and the 23rd district, me and Congressman McCarthy, where now veterans can walk into a local urgent care and get care right there instead of having to build another
Thank you for that.
VA clinic. We have tons of things in the omnibus for the aerospace industry, including F-35 issues, including B-2 issues and B-21 issues. We have moved very, very quickly on some things locally, including our CMEX mine issue in Santa Clarita that's been going on for 22 years, and we have finally put a piece of legislation together that is putting a period at the end of that fight.
All right, so, Congressman Steve Knight, we're up on our break here. He's running for re-election, California's 25th congressional district. Steve Knight is the incumbent. Best of luck to you in the primary on June 5th.